Now that we connected our chatbot to a Facebook page and activated it, we can set up a welcome message. And the welcome message is the first message a user gets when he talks with your chatbot. And it is really important that we set expectations in that first message. For example, we must say that our chatbot is a chatbot and not a human. Because if the user thinks he's talking with a human, he will ask all kind of questions and then your chatbot will fail. The last thing we need to do is also tell the user what your chatbot can do. So in our restaurant example, we will tell him that he can see our menu, make a reservation, or sign up for a secret dessert recipe. Let's dive in. So if you head over to your Chatfuel dashboard, you can just click on the blank bot. And then you will go automatically to the Grow tab, but because we're creating our welcome message, we need to go to the Automate tab. And I will give you a short introduction about the builders that Chatfuel provides, because before they had the block builder, which you can see here, in which you can add blocks and then you can specify your chatbot flows and conversations there. But recently they changed this, or they extended to also to provide a flow builder. And personally I prefer the flow builder because it gives you a way more overview of the conversation. It's more visually oriented. You can see all the different messages and actions that there are. But it's also possible to just make your chatbot flows with the block builder. So it's just possible to use both of them. I prefer the flow builder, and that's what we're going to use in this course. But even if you're going to use the flow builder, you must specify the welcome message and your default reply, which we will cover in the next couple of videos. You must specify your welcome message in the block builder. We cannot specify that yet in the flow builder. So here we have our welcome message, and then we can just add a text. And for example, we can say, hey, and then add 2 parentheses. And if you add 2 parentheses in Chatfuel, automatically it will show a lot of variables that we can use. And these are standard variables that we can use because we're using Facebook as a channel. And Facebook provides a lot of variables that we can use without asking for the user. So we already know their gender, we already know their time zone, we already know, for example, their first name. And that's what we're going to use. So we can say, hey, first name, I'm the chatbot of restaurant XYZ. I will help you to get the best restaurant experience you've ever got. What would you like to do? So what I mentioned before about setting expectations is exactly what we're doing here. First of all, we're saying, hi, I'm the chatbot of restaurant XYZ, which means that we're already telling the user we're a chatbot, we're not a human. Second, we're saying, I will help you to get the best restaurant experience you've ever got, which means that the user knows what the benefit is of our chatbot. And then we say, what would you like to do? And we will add 3 buttons to give the user a kind of feeling what you can do with the chatbot. So for example, they can see our menu. And a nice thing about buttons in general, just any message in Facebook Messenger, is that we also can add icons. So for example, you can just search for pizza and then you can say see our menu. And you already also see here that here you have a small 6. And the 6 means that we have 6 characters left. So you can only specify a limited amount of characters in Facebook Messenger buttons. So you need to make sure that the amount of characters that you use, that it's under the maximum amount of characters. And then we can, if a user clicks on it, we can specify the action. So what happens if someone clicks on that button? So they can be redirected to another flow or block. We will do that in the next couple of videos. For now, I will just redirect it to a URL to keep things simple for setting our welcome message. But we will cover this in the next videos. Next, they can make a reservation. So we will add a calendar icon and say make reservation. You can also see that we have no characters left. So if I now press on a button on my keyboard, nothing happens. So that's Chatfuel making sure that we're just following the rules. We will also set this to my URL, And the last thing that we can do is that we can offer our secret dessert recipe. So we can add a kind of lock icon because people need to unlock the secret dessert recipe, and say dessert recipe. So, and it also needs to go to the right URL. Okay, so that worked. Then we can test this bot by clicking here in the right corner, test this bot, and then we can say continue with Joran. And we automatically test it. Hey Joran, I'm the chatbot of restaurant XYZ. I will help you to get the best restaurant experience you've ever got. What would you like to do? And that is how you create your welcome message inside Chatfuel. In the next couple of videos, I will explain how we can create our first flows inside Chatfuel. And when we click on one of the buttons in the welcome message, it will actually go to those flows. If you want more videos on how you can use chatbots in your marketing, please subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't done this yet, also click the like button below.